Hi, this is Frank with a frank opinion. The more I think about the current version of the Republican bill to replace and repeal Obamacare, the more I'm conceiving of these attempts as witch's brew. A witch's brew made up of Aryanism, racism, and Darwinism. And let me walk you through how I get here. I know it's kind of hard to take here, but bear with me for a minute. Aryanism. Ivana Trump, Donald Trump's ex-wife, disclosed some years back that Donald Trump kept a copy of Adolf Hitler's speeches in a cabinet next to his bed. Speeches were in a book called My Final Order. It was written after Mein Kampf, and that he would read them from time to time. He later said that that was not the case, but who knows? He did keep a copy. He didn't deny that he had a copy of Adolf Hitler's speeches. Let me give you a taste of some of the thinking of Adolf Hitler. In Mein Kampf, chapter 11, which is subtitled Nation and Race, Adolf Hitler wrote, and I quote, "Any crossing of two beings not at exactly the same level produces a medium between the level of the two parents. This means the offspring will probably stand higher than the racially lower parent, but not as high as the higher one. Consequently, it will later succumb in the struggle against the higher level. Such mating is contrary to the will of nature for a higher breeding of all life. The precondition for this does not lie in associating superior and inferior, intermarriages, white and black, white and Hispanic, white and Native American, but in the total victory of the former. The stronger must dominate and not blend with the weaker, thus sacrificing his own greatness." End of quote. I interjected, by the way, the white and the intermarriage stuff there, so that was not Adolf Hitler writing that. I was just introducing some things that might bring it home in terms of the concept. And we know that Donald Trump, and during the campaign, really used racist language, inflammatory, to get him to the White House eventually. That was one of the strains that he used to get his supporters involved. That's not the only reason why they got involved, but a lot of them did get involved because of that. We have a second brewmaster, Donald being the first. Let me go to the second, Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan supposedly is an aficionado of Ayn Rand, a novelist, pseudo-philosopher in the minds of many people. She wrote two novels, The Atlas Shrugged and The Fountainhead. But her philosophy embodied in those two works were objectivism, rational self-interest. That the highest moral purpose that each of us has is the seeking our own selfish happiness. Selfishness is good, altruism is evil. We should all be in the pursuit of our own selfish happiness. The third strain I look at is Darwinism, survival of the fittest. So here we have a health bill that charges more for the elderly. People as they get older tend to get sick. Who eventually does away with Medicaid for the poor, the indigent, people that find themselves without health insurance. The elderly, again, a lot of the cost, if not the majority of the cost of Medicaid is for long-term care costs of elderly. So here we have that type of strain in terms of Darwinism. And here we have a congressman by the name of Morris Brooks from Alabama that some have conjectured is saying what a lot of people that are elected officials don't say openly, but he did. He, in acknowledging that the health bill would allow insurers to charge more with people that have pre-existing conditions, said with him that's okay, because there should be lower premiums for people that are healthy, who, quote, have done the things to keep their bodies healthy, who have done things the right way. So let's get rid of people that are of a weaker strain, people that may be of a color or a nationality, that may not be the concept of a superior race. Again, these kinds of things have always existed in the United States, but they're coming to a head in a situation where we have a president who seems to like strong dictator type individuals. Secondly, a House Speaker that somehow finds it okay, given the fact that he is a devout Catholic, according to reports, to also admire someone who is for selfish pursuit of their own happiness. Doesn't sound that Christian to me. We have another brewmaster in the personification of Steve Bannon, formerly head of Breitbart News, an admitted platform for alt-right white supremacist thoughts. So I'm just looking at this healthcare bill, the American Health Care Act, and asking, is this where we want to go? Is this where the United States wants to go? I don't think so. I think the Democrats, who have hardly said a peep about the presence in the House of a wonderful bill called H.R. 676, the expanded and improved Medicare for All Act, John Conyers Jr.'s bill, which currently has, and I hope it has more by tomorrow, 108 co-sponsors. That should be the solution that we should be shooting for, rather than the witch's brew that the Republicans have concocted. Thanks for today.